Hello. Today we're going to talk about how to use a Python script to quickly connect to a root device, in this case a Juniper, get a config backup and save it with the hostname details. Now we will quickly look at the contents of the script. The script is called get configs in a text format. I'm using a few library functions from Python, starting off with napalm with get network driver functionality, json for the format of my configs. Pprint date and time is something that we will be using on the script, because when the configs are backed up, I want to have the file, the config saved file with the date and time and the host name of the device, so it'll be easy to understand which device configs they are. Eventually, we also have getpass if we need it. In this case, I'm not using a password prompt. The password is explicitly given here in this example. However, if you want to prevent your passwords from being explicitly given, you could use getpass, and there are other videos on the channel that talk about how to use getpass functionality. Just quickly moving on to the script itself. There is also a time that we will be using as we save the file, so that is something we are importing here as well. Now first I define a variable called junos driver, and within that I'm looking for this get network driver functionality that is available within napalm. Then the device type has to be specified. In this case it is a junos device for which I'm trying to get the config backup. Obviously if the vendors are different, the corresponding name has to be given here. Now next I define one more variable that will invoke this get network driver to connect to the device in question. Here I want to connect it to this device with the username and password details and open up a session. Once we open up a session, the first thing we do is we use another important function within the Python functionality, is to get the facts of the router. There are other videos on the channel again that talks about how to quickly get facts from a router, like hostname, version, the model of the router. So from the facts, what we're doing is we are creating a variable called hostname, and I'm trying to get that particular detail from the device that I'm connecting to, so I can easily identify the hostname and the model of the device. So this is what we will be using to create a file. Likewise, the config saved file. Likewise, date, the format in which I want the date, is defined here. So here is the key part. So first things we do is on the variable, we open up a file with the host name that we got from the get facts, and then we use a kind of a separator here, just an two underscores followed by the date, and then finally config.text. So this is what is like a text file that will be created with the contents that is available once we log into the router, and then we get the running configs. So we are doing a write function here to get the running configs from the device and save it and close the file and then exit the router connection. Now when you run the script, Python 3 get config.text, you can see after it's finished, I check the outputs. The box host name is here, the date when it ran the script, and finally the finishing off with config.text, exactly like how I wanted. So this way you can obviously enhance this script to connect to multiple devices. Again, there are examples in the channel that talks about how to connect to multiple devices and run the script. So you can imagine that if it's connecting to multiple devices and running the script, for each host name it will create a file, the corresponding host name with the date and time when this config backup was taken, so that it will be easy to go back and check which point in time the config backup was taken. Hope this is useful. Bye for now.